Welcome to my 30,000 subscriber special. It took me 2,000 videos, over 2,000 YouTube videos made to get to 30,000 YouTube subscribers. And then if you count all the other YouTube channels I've tried over the years and all their videos, I've probably created over 3,500 public YouTube videos. It's crazy. I have a lot to talk about, and I just wanted to have a session to thank you all, answer some commonly asked questions and the direction of and the future of my channel, and kind of address some common misunderstandings, or just tell you a bit more about me and what drives me to continue, even though my channel is relatively dead, growing but dead, and all the things I've done over the years. So one thing I want to say first off is thank you. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. Thank you for all my new subscribers, old and new. In fact, in the last 2 years, I have been most pleased because I've felt the most fulfilled on my channel because of all the thank you comments I've gotten. People telling me that I've changed their lives, or I've at least impacted one part of their lives in a positive way, and people just coming out to support me. I've kept a screenshot library of some of the more notable thank you comments or messages or emails or DMs I've gotten, and that's been new to me. I didn't used to get those, and it's just been very fulfilling knowing that I've made the world a better place and impacted specific individuals and made their lives better. So that's one reason that drives me, and it's one thing I want to keep doing. And so that actually is a good segue towards a question people have, or an assumption people make. Especially a lot of new people. I think most of my audience now is new, and that is, oh, why don't you quit? Or, man, I admire your persistence so much. Because the assumption behind that is, man, this guy, he only gets like 65 views a video, and he's still going. Like, what's up with that? Or they assume that I'm a failure, and they're like, hey, it's okay, like, you can give it up. Or, hey, yeah, I admire you. Well, I think at this point, I've been making videos since like 2011. At this point, you realize if you really enjoy something, if you're still going, if despite there being like no money or very little money being made, and you realize, yeah, I'm actually doing it for fun. And I think that's hard for people to believe, because I guess a lot of YouTubers don't, or they just assume, man, this guy is different, or I guess they just assume most YouTubers do it for the money, even though they don't. And so they assume I just do it for the money, and therefore I failed. But although, numerically it hasn't gone my way, I think I enjoy it, and mostly I enjoy helping other people, and that's fulfilling to me. I think in the past I was more so doing it for the money, the fame. But I think that's changed as I've seen and learned more about what would keep me going despite not seeing that traction. In terms of the future, there's going to be a rebrand. It's going to be a slight rebrand. But the truth of the matter is, my channel mostly blew up off one random video I did on how to get straight A's. And that's attracted mostly my current audience, which is students. And they're mostly new to my channel. They haven't been on the journey for the last 10 years, and that's fine. They've been the most supportive, positive audience I've ever experienced. But I've learned that, since then, I've done a ton of student videos because that's what's requested. And sometimes I realize I don't want to do that, so I throw out more self-development, self-improvement stuff that I'm interested in. And then sometimes I get comments that lash out, and they say, just stick to the study stuff. Well, I've tried that, and I've posted, dozens and dozens of study tips videos, and I want to do more. I want to do more self-improvement and stuff like that. And I realize, I got to at least do something I enjoy. And I know the riches are in the niches and all that stuff, but study content alone is just not it. That has failed to perform from a views perspective, as well as I'm just not passionate enough about it to continue just doing study content. So the rebrand will be just kind of more, I'll change my name from Will's Personal Development Channel to maybe just my actual name. And then I might change some of the branding, logos, And then my content will be just slightly shifted to more personal development stuff that will still be applicable to students, but will also be applicable to a bunch of other people. Stuff like, how to read better, how to form better habits, how to change your mindset. It'll be very much more geared towards a viral concept. So if you've noticed, I've been basically doing a lot more video editing, thumbnail editing. So my videos I've this year been investing a lot more into those types of things. And so it'll be kind of more focused on what's working, storytelling. It'll be focused on what other people are doing that's in my field that are doing well. So it's going to be a lot more data driven, the topics I select, and everything's going to be a lot more thoughtful. Because I've learned that the reason that I haven't really grown a lot these last few years is because I haven't been investing in those areas, because it's a hassle to make a jump into Photoshop and make a thumbnail and all that stuff. So that's what I have been doing these last few months. I'll continue doing, but even more so. And we'll see where this goes. Worst comes to worst, maybe I'll start a new channel. But I polled my audience, and most of them said, yeah, just rebrand. You don't have to start a new channel. So hopefully that answers that. I know some people will still be pissed, but I think the majority hopefully will be satisfied. But yeah, I think that will hopefully address a lot of questions lashing out about, hey, yeah, you just stick to study content, or your videos aren't performing because of this. Here's my advice. Well, I'm aware. I'm working on it. As far as the future goes, I think the main thing is I'm going to continue to try to succeed on YouTube. But, as you can tell, my measures of success are not just views and subscribers and money anymore. So once again, I want to thank you so much. Thank the new audience I have that actually watches my videos to the end and is really supportive of me. I know it's a very small amount, but I mean, they've been just so positive and supportive. In fact, in my last video, my 12 habits that will change your life video, I had one comment who literally watched the whole thing. I could tell because he summarized every point I made, wrote out a transcript summary, posted it as a comment, and then left something that said, hey, here's the summary, but please still watch the video to the end to support Will. And I really appreciate that. That's why I do it. Not, regardless of whether I get a lot of views or not, that's a success to me. That's a win to me. To realize that, someone actually watched my video to the end, got a lot of value out of it, and it impacted their lives. Because, if you look at the data, most people will drop off my video within like the first 30 seconds to a minute. So to know that people are still watching to the end and getting a lot of value from those things, it means a lot that I'm impacting their lives, and they're supporting me and supporting me trying to grow this community by still encouraging others to watch the video to the end and to increase that YouTube algorithm watch time. So thank you, and I think it means the most. I'm gonna give you a personal story here, just for those who have watched to this point. It was not this way for most of my journey. I think there were periods over these last 8-9 years where I would get 17 views a video, and the one comment was some nasty negative comment. I had this phase where for a few years there's some hater who just left very nasty personal attacks on me. He would watch my video